Hey there, and welcome to my channel, The Paper Bag Investor. In today's video, I want to give a quick update on Tesla and their inclusion into the S&P 500, which is going to happen at the end of this week, this upcoming week, the end of Friday. So let's get into it. So it's pretty exciting news as a Tesla long-term investor. When Tesla a number of weeks ago was announced they would be joining the S&P 500. The stock's been on an absolute tear since then with crazy ups and down swings, mostly ups. And I want to give you some idea of what we might be able to expect as Tesla investors for this next week and kind of what the key element is really in all of this. The key element in all of this is we know that there's going to be a ton of shares need to be purchased by index funds over this next week, which is going to put a lot of buying pressure on the stock. But what we don't know is how many people, no one knows this, is how many people, how many hedge funds with large amounts of capital have been buying up Tesla since the announcement was made, have been rapidly buying up shares of Tesla with the expectation that they're going to sort of time the top and then sell those shares, flip them back to index funds that need them. Now, we don't really know what that amount is. I'm going to bring up and that's really the biggest question mark, whether the stock's just going to soar much higher or could dip lower. So I'm going to bring up actually a great tweet from an account I follow, a guy named Gary Black. I'm just going to bring up my Twitter page here. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's my handle's @PaperBagInvest. But scroll down, I just retweeted something he tweeted yesterday. He said, next week will be volatile. I'm sticking with my previous expectation of a 650 to 690 Tesla top and then a 10 to 20% correction. But those estimates could be too high, too low. No one knows how many shares are in the hands of speculators waiting to sell to indexers who need 130 million shares. 130 million shares is a ridiculous amount. There's the Tesla shares outstanding is about 950 million, just for reference. So 130 million shares. There's a ton of stock and shares that need to be purchased by index funds, but no one knows. Since the announcement was made, maybe there's more than 130 million people, 130 million shares in the hands of people that are just waiting to sell those shares to an index fund. So there could be a lot of selling pressure that's already built up or is expecting to sell and flip their shares to these index funds. That's why no one really knows what's going to happen. But it really is unprecedented as Tesla joins the S&P 500. It's by far the biggest company to ever join the S&P 500, and because its market cap is so huge as it's joining, there's so much buying power and so much index fund buying power that's going into it because the S&P 500 works on a market cap weighted approach to the index. So the bigger the market cap of the company, the more shares and the more money is allotted to those investments. So the truth is, in all of this, no matter what anyone tells you, no one really knows what the stock's going to do, whether it could very well soar higher and then at some point around the top just crash down as Gary's expecting. That's what's happened similarly when, for example, Yahoo was added to the S&P 500 years ago. But this is even a much larger scale where the amount and the weight of Tesla shares being bought is like nothing that's ever happened before. So even to have sort of previous predictions is really completely unpredictable. This is really where, though, I want to just mention, this is really where my sort of investing philosophy as a long-term investor, I really appreciate these kind of ups and downs, volatility. These cycles don't stress me out at all. As the stock goes up or goes down, stock goes down 20%, I just buy more of the shares. I just have money ready. I get that lined up. So if it does crash that amount, I just buy more shares. That's my philosophy as a long-term investor. I'm thinking 5 years out, 10 years out, that I think Tesla's just going to be a behemoth company that runs robo-taxis, that dominates battery technology, that increases their solar market cap or availability or products, and is just going to dominate so many different industries. Namely, what I'm most excited about is autonomous vehicles, because I think that's going to be just completely change the way we live our lives. That coupled with electric vehicles, which they're also going to be a dominant leader in that as well. So yeah, as a Tesla long-term investor, I sleep very, very well at night. Even when I know weeks like this are ahead, I just get the popcorn out and watch and have my money ready that if the stock does dip, I'm ready to buy some more shares. That's my thoughts on Tesla and the S&P 500 inclusion in a nutshell. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you got value out of this channel or out of this video, please hit that subscribe button down below. Join this channel and this following as this channel grows and starts to snowball. This channel and my investing philosophy is really try and look and find the very best investments possible. And when you have a high conviction rate around those investments, then to invest heavily in those conviction or in those companies, in those investments. That's kind of my investing philosophy in a nutshell. That's what this channel is about, helping you become a better investor and really have outside returns and gains on your investments over a long span of time. So yeah, if that interests you, please hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.